See Weatherland. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it looks like we'll need the umbrellas for one more day across Acadiana, then drier air moving in, then cooler air, so maybe some long sleeve shirts and the jeans coming back out, especially for festivals Acadiana this weekend. All the while, a very dangerous hurricane will be making landfall off to our east, so we'll talk more about that in just a bit. Scattered showers across the area, pretty nice easterly breeze. That breeze continues along the coast as well, so we do have a little bit of an advisory associated with Michael going on for minor coastal flood advisory for tides running about 1 to 2 feet above normal southwestern Louisiana. I was down at Sippermore Point yesterday, and it was I would guess about a half a foot or a foot above normal yesterday. So tides coming up another foot or two, so we'll say 2 to 2.5 feet across southeast Louisiana. I think it's going to be a little bit higher over eastern Louisiana, about 3 feet above normal, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue until Michael makes landfall and our winds turn northeasterly, and that's going to happen as we head into Wednesday afternoon. Locally on the Doppler, as we take a look at what's been going on over the last several hours, some locally heavy downpours moving through portions of Beauregard and Vernon parishes, and we have a couple of heavy cells on the Doppler close to home as well in northern Vermilion Parish. A nice downpour in Abbeville. It won't last long. Some cloud ground strikes. The rain is just about ending in Maurice, and this cell moving generally to the west-northwest. We got a couple of other cells in St. Mary Parish just by the Morgan City Berwick area, perhaps Franklin seeing a shower in the next half hour or so. Rain chances will continue post sunset for a couple of hours, then things quiet down, we think, after 9 o'clock tonight. And essentially we've been all of Louisiana and Acadiana in between two systems, a frontal boundary to the west producing heavy duty rains and storms across the high plains into Texas and Oklahoma, and then we have Michael off to the south and east getting better and better organized, still seeing some tropical shear with this system. Fortunately, we have this trough to the west. That's going to be pushing our way and making sure that Michael stays in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Also adding to the shear, but we do think that shear relaxes a little bit, so Michael probably will intensify. National Hurricane Center keeping it at 80-mile-per-hour winds late this afternoon, but that may tick upward, especially if we see this enhancement wrapping around the center of the storm as we go to the 10 o'clock bulletin tonight, so stay tuned for that. It's going to go to Category 3, we think, a major hurricane as it makes landfall by Wednesday. More than likely, hurricane conditions edging onto the Florida coastline Wednesday morning, and then the storm edging inland during the day Wednesday, and then moving off to the north and east, giving the Carolinas a little wind and some rain as well. They don't need it after Florence. So as we take a look at our FutureCast Wind product, this is why our tides above normal. We have those winds coming in from the east, so water piling up over southeast Louisiana, and it continues off into our part of the world. You can check out this wind product on KATC.com, the new improved weather site. There you see the hurricane showing up nicely. Then our winds as we get into Tuesday late turn northerly as we head into Wednesday, and then you can see the hurricane. This is the FutureCast run, which is pretty close to National Hurricane Center guidance right now. So 90, 100-mile-an-hour winds on the coast by Panama City, perhaps over toward Apalachicola as well with this system. And then on top of that, here the hurricane warnings, tropical storm warnings on the edge, hurricane warnings going into Georgia with this system, and there's going to be a pretty big surge. Okay for the Florida beaches that we go to, but Panama City on eastward up to a 5 to 10 foot surge, and in the Big Bend, this is where the water is going to pile up to 8 to 12 feet, and then 4 to 8 feet in the northeastern part of the Gulf of Mexico in that Florida northwest zone. Meanwhile, locally for us, it's going to be relatively quiet early in the morning, but scattered showers and thunder showers mid-morning through the afternoon hours. I'm going 60% on your rain chances for Tuesday, and then as we head into Wednesday, drying out as Michael makes landfall, and that'll be bringing in drier air Wednesday, and then eventually a cool front gets here, and that's when it's going to start to feel good as we get into Thursday morning, Friday morning. Look at this, temperatures getting down into the mid to upper 50s. This is model guidance. I'm going below that number, in fact, for Friday morning. So showers tapering early, warm and humid, a little slight tropical breeze out there, 70 74 the low. We'll call it a nice tropical breeze for Drew Brees tonight. Hopefully a wind tonight. Keep the umbrella handy though. 60% on your rain chances. 88 the projected high for tomorrow. Near 90 again on Wednesday, so a couple of warm days, then it gets good. Highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s. It's going to warm up for Festival Acadiana Sunday. Maybe a shower late in the day, but all in all, it looks like great weather for the big festival. And boy, do we need that cool front. Long overdue. Hard to believe we've had to wait till mid-October before the cooler air gets here.
It's here, though.
It's coming.
All righty. Thank you, Rob.